but I had to, of course, hear that apparently Keith Olbermann had a position on it for something, as if his opinion matters in the past 30 years.
So we're gonna get into this because there's no way we can. He is just a he
called her a
effing
idiot. This girl
for doing that.
So Keith Olbermann, a grown ass man.
A man-child. He has a reputation for a man-child if there ever was.
This man is calling this girl, who, by the way, Keith, their brains aren't fully formed yet. So we do expect young people to do some stupid stuff. But this doesn't even qualify. I find him he is insufferable. Please do not make me watch him live.
Okay, so
I cannot.
Doesn't matter the gender, the sport, the background. You're seconds away from a championship and you do something like this and overshadow all the good, mindless, classless. And what kind of coach does this team have?
A winning one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they won the national championship. I'd say that's pretty good.
Would anybody have ever said, did he ever say this about Bobby Knight? Did he talk shit about what kind of coach was Bobby Knight for being so offensive?
He got absolutely destroyed by a lot of people, including Shaq. Shaq came out and was like, shut your dumbass mouth.
Seriously.
And so then Olbermann has to be brought to heel ever so slightly, saying, I apologize for being uninformed last night about the backstory on this. I don't follow hoops, college or pro, men or women. This is a guy who worked for SportsCenter for how many years covering sports? He doesn't follow sport.
Then don't comment on it.
I had no idea about Clark. Both were wrong. This is what I said in today's countdown. No one cares what you said in today's countdown podcast. No one should care what Keith Olbermann had to say.
Nobody's cared what Keith Olbermann had to say since Rachel Maddow was somewhat decent. Same time frame. They were on back to back.
Carla, I remember at the time during the when the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl back in 2014. Richard Sherman, who I don't particularly care for, he's got a big mouth and was basically talking a lot of smack towards Michael Crabtree of the 49ers. But to understand that there is an intense rivalry between the Seahawks and the 49ers, and that this was moments after the Seahawks won their first ever NFC championship.
Was there fighting?
No.
Oh.
He was interviewed by Aaron Andrews, and Aaron Andrews did not like his sort of jive talking. It made her physically uncomfortable, that she didn't want to hear him doing his thing, basically talking smack to Michael Crabtree after the game.
Who is this a woman sport commentator?
You don't know who Aaron Andrews is?
No, and nor do I want to. I take issue. I'll get on that in a second.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with women like that.
Yeah, it was,
Then do not cover sports.
I can't help myself, but I feel like I have to put this up here because I've been wanting to go after Olbermann for the longest time. Oh my God,
you're going to make me watch this?
Because I'm so effing tired of this son of a bitch.
So this is the same thing. I definitely am much more of a fan of any type of sports commentators that have played the sport on which they're commentating. That is something that I just think is sort of should be a prerequisite in a lot of cases, because you're making a lot of comments, although nowadays the people that are making the comments are being told what to say anyway. So I don't know that they need to use their own judgment.
Well, it's also trying to make themselves look like they're really,
I never like the idea of people who haven't played a sport commenting on that sport. Like, it's just not something that I've ever liked. But when you have a commentator that's going to play somehow some sort of Me Too offense when covering the NFL, you need a different job.
Oh, absolutely.
You will not survive sports.
Yeah.
And it's not like anybody did anything to her. That would be different. If somebody did something to her. Let me be very clear. If somebody was abusive to her, but just her being offended by how they talk to each other, she will not survive this industry.
Okay, so you people need to all understand exactly who Keith Olbermann is, because he's absolutely nuts, and I do not.
He goes so bad.
But Trump broke his brain.
Well, and same as Maddow. The two of them went friggin' they unwired.
You know what? I'm not even going to play the whole. I'm just going to play this short little clip here, just so you get an idea of exactly how nuts this.
Yeah, don't make me listen.
Because it's a short video. Okay. But this is basically Keith Olbermann's brain being broken and acting a fool, as I would say, because that's what he was doing. He's acting a fool, talking about Russia, and Trump is controlled by Russia. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go.
The nation and all of our freedoms hang by a thread, and the military apparatus of this country is about to be handed over to scum who are beholden to scum, Russian scum. Russian scum. Russian scum.
When did Olbermann, that's almost like, he's like Alex Jones-like. Almost.
He is Alex Jones-like. But here's the thing.
Crazy.
Here's the thing about Keith Olbermann that you have to remember. He has had a reputation for years of being very difficult to work with, very nasty to people in general, very nasty to women, in particular women that he's dated. He's got a really bad reputation across the board, and yet somehow always keeps getting hired. I often wonder why.
And this is someone calling someone classless and trashy. This is someone referring to somebody's class. This is like Debbie being the arbiter of integrity. I don't understand this.
Who's here?
All right. So what else did you want to say about Olbermann other than he?
I just wanted to bring our third member of the team, the third band member, into the studio for a short while. Who's a happy girl?
All right. Do the show.
Yes, so everybody has to get a chance to see that. I mean, I just think, Olbermann is somebody who has spent the better part of what I guess now is about 7 years, maybe more, just bitching and complaining about Trump.
Well, he wasn't good before that too. Like it was a long time.
But there's this class of liberal, especially one who's in the upper echelon of society. Of course, Olbermann is a New Yorker, and all the every stereotype you can think of. Basically spent the better part of the last several years just talking about how Trump is a Russian agent.
Yeah, it's crazy
so
talk.
Ridiculous. And then, of course, when he ends up sticking his nose into stuff like this, that's out of that Russia nonsense, ultra-liberal resistance bubble, then the general public gets to see what this guy's really all about. And they're like, this freaking lunatic?
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.